I am Henry Tudor, better known as King Henry VII of England, and I reigned from 1485 to 1509. I was born on the 28th of January 1457 at Pembroke Castle in Wales. My father, Edmund Tudor, died before I was born, leaving my mother, Lady Margaret Beaufort, to raise me in a land shaken by the Wars of the Roses. This conflict pitted two rival branches of the House of Plantagenet, Lancaster, and York, against each other. Despite my uncertain beginnings, fortune eventually smiled upon me. After years in exile, I returned to England in 1485 with supporters determined to end the bloodshed. The decisive moment came at the Battle of Bosworth, where I faced King Richard III. Our victory overthrew him, and allowed me to claim the throne. With that final blow, I ended the Wars of the Roses and established the Tudor dynasty. Upon ascending the throne, my work had only just begun. Uniting a kingdom devastated by decades of war was my top priority. To secure peace, I married Elizabeth of York, King Richard's niece, thus bringing together the houses of Lancaster and York. Our union proved that England could overcome its destructive divisions. Together, Elizabeth and I founded a lineage that would produce notable heirs, including our son, Henry VIII. Financial stability was essential to restoring the nation. Prolonged conflicts had weakened the royal treasury, so I centralized revenue collection under my supervision. Although many criticized my reliance on taxes and fines, these measures replenished the crown's coffers. This financial strength reinforced the government, with increasing power concentrated in the monarchy. Diplomacy also played a crucial role during my reign. Aware that war drained both resources and morale, I sought alliances wherever possible. One of my most significant moves was arranging the marriage of my eldest son, Arthur, to Catherine of Aragon, forging closer ties with the influential Kingdom of Spain. However, Arthur's untimely death disrupted these plans and put the alliance at risk. To maintain the bond with Spain, Catherine eventually married my second son, Henry, who would later rule as Henry VIII. One of the defining aspects of my government was my commitment to legal reform. Recognizing that some nobles abused their power, I championed the Court of Star Chamber to curb those who had raised private armies. Although some deemed my methods severe, I considered them necessary to preserve national stability. Having witnessed the horrors of civil war, I remained resolute in preventing its resurgence. I also took an interest in exploration. While I was not as extravagant as later Tudor monarchs, I recognized that investing in maritime ventures could expand England's influence. Several early expeditions were modest, yet they paved the way for the grand naval enterprises that would follow. By the time of my death on the 21st of April 1509, I had left a kingdom more unified, prosperous, and forward-looking than the one I had inherited. My legacy is often overshadowed by that of my son, Henry VIII, or my granddaughter, Elizabeth I. Even so, I take pride in knowing that my measured governance, carefully arranged marital alliances, and steady leadership created the foundations upon which the greatness of the Tudor era flourished. My journey, from a young exile in a war-torn land to the founder of a new royal house, proves that determination and a steadfast commitment to unity can shape the destiny of nations. The Tudor rose, the symbol of my legacy, was born from the union of the houses of Lancaster and York after years of war. This emblem, combining Lancaster's red rose and York's white rose, represented the peace and stability of a new era. My reign was the quiet yet essential seed of this transformation. I trust that my story will show you how, even in the greatest turbulence, a new era of peace and hope can emerge. May the lessons of my life, resilience, strategic thinking, and the constant pursuit of harmony, stand as proof that the most profound changes often arise from careful planning and unwavering determination.